there has been instances people are saying, I've heard a lot of stories. I've never seen one. During the surgery, the doctor left a scissors. There was a razor. Is it true? That thing, is it true? We've been hearing this.
In Africa?
Yes. Is it true?
I have not seen one before.
Have you heard some of these stories before?
I think it's a rumor, but I've not seen some before.
Is it true? Is it possible a surgeon will leave any?
If the surgeon is there, it shouldn't happen, because we count the number of tools we use, and then when we finish, we count them back again.
No, okay, hold on. Before a surgery, the team involved will count the equipment, everything.
Yes, the set of tools are counted
before.
Yes, and after.
Recorded.
Yes.
Do you put video cameras during surgeries?
Most of the advanced countries, especially where I did mine, there are videos capturing everything.
So you can play back in case.
Play back.
So after surgery, you go back to okay. So when you are done, you count the number of
tools
you use.
Yes. If you started with 10 forceps, you count back. 10 blades, you count back. Everything is done perfectly. That is the routine. So why should you leave something inside someone? So
it's not possible. We've had someone said there was a surgery and the surgeon left a scissors in the tummy. Like, we've heard these stories.
It's quite strange.
Is it possible?
To me, I don't think it's supposed to be possible. But in Africa, maybe it will be possible.
How big is the scissors you use? Because this scissors thing is been in the news every day. How big is it? Just like our normal small scissors?
Oh, they are in sizes. Okay. They are in sizes. It depending on what organ or structure you're going to cut. You use the surgical scissors.
Is it possible? How long can the scissors be in someone's body anywhere? How long is it possible?
Oh, you're still talking about leaving the scissors?
Yes, scissors or any of your equipment. Like, I don't get this whole thing.
If it happens like this, this patient will have complications, and
in a space of time, like,
yes, few days or weeks, there will be sepsis, infection, serious infection in the blood, and even the site at which the scissor was left probably patient may feel the pain and swelling over there.
Can I sue a doctor for doing that if it happens?
100%. You have to.
For lack of negligence, yes. I can do that.
Yeah, that is too reckless for such a doctor to do that.
What happens in the process of your surgery and something happened, like the patient dies, or through your surgery, I came, like, do surgery for me, and then after that, I'm unable to walk? Is it possible?
So that's why I explained to you that before any surgeon, you go for any operation, you need to explain to the patient. Some of these conditions you're going to do is like 2x4. The patient might understand that you are going through this nerve, and after you are going to remove this tumor or this mass at this area of the body, and that area there is a nerve that controls your legs, the movement of your legs. So there is no way I have to cut, and we may cut that nerve. So after, the complication is you may not be able to walk. If you tell this patient this, there is a consent form, and the patient must sign. If the patient signs this form,
there are some eventualities you don't plan. It's not. So I need to sign before surgery.
Patient must agree. See the complications after surgery.
That I'm going to do this A, B, C, D.
Yes.
But then, in case something happens, you can't sue me.
You can't. It's a consent form, agreement between a patient going for surgery and a surgeon or a doctor. So in this form, every detail of a patient and the operation have been listed, the complications and benefits. So you see your benefits and you see the complication. every surgeon wants to be successful, so we avoid complications. So normally,
what if?
Yes, so the complications that come in, some of them are inevitable.
Okay.
Inevitable complications might be explained to the patient before surgery.
Doc, imagine someone comes to you for a surgery. You open, you start your procedure. Then you see something. Especially, there has been a lot of women saying, I went for a surgery and the doctor removed my womb. I was not aware.
Okay. I think that is negligence.
The doctor said there is something, even though I'm doing fibroid. Let's assume the person came in for fibroid surgery. You've given, the person is asleep deep, and you decide to take out the womb because you think that leaving the womb could be a problem.
Okay.
How do we address this?
Second person, there should be a third party closer. A husband must sign a consent form. Where you reach, they have to remove the uterus.
No,
patient,
I am down. My husband cannot decide for me.
And someone, especially when you are rushed in an emergency where you cannot talk, someone must decide for you.
Okay, let me understand. So when I'm rushed in and I don't have that right mind to, someone will have to sign for me.
Exactly.
And at the cost of taking out these fibroids, and you realize that no, the uterus is also supposed to come. We cannot leave that one there.
Yes.
You need to talk to someone.
Yes.
What if the person says no? Will you go ahead as a doctor?
Not at all. But you still have to do your best to convince. You have to talk. That's why you're a doctor. Lecture.
Doc, what if what you want to take out is going to save the person's life?
I know that we doctors always do the right thing. We are not dealing with cars. We are dealing with the human bodies. So when you go to the mechanics, when you're going to repair your car, the engine, you come back with a gearbox issue. But a human body, we can't do that.
I remember I was going to fix something on my car. Before I bought it, there was another problem.
Yes.
So if I get you well, in situations like this, you need to get someone closer.
Exactly.
And speak to the person for the person to agree.
Exactly.
If the person says no, hey, don't take it, you won't.
You don't need to do that. But you have to convince. Let they know if after this surgery your wife dies of maybe some other secondary infections from the uterus. Maybe there is we detected a cancer cell there. Okay. And it's spread into the blood. It may spread into the blood. Let's say it may. And then you tell the husband or the family they don't agree to that. And then you don't explain well. You explain well to the patient relatives that this is what's happening, and it's making the surgery so long. So we have to do this to save your wife or your daughter's life. If they agree, you go ahead. If they don't agree, you remove what you're supposed to remove, you close, and then when you finish, of course, they'll go and do scans, redo some labs again, and detect what you were talking about. That would be perfect. Second surgery.
Another cost.
Sometimes even more fatal.
Wow.
Yes.
Doc, situations whereby someone takes me to the hospital, you need to do some opening, and after you realize what we are talking about, you speak to a family member, someone closer, say, oh, go ahead, take it. When I'm back and you tell me, hey, I didn't agree, can I sue you as a doctor?
No, it's all right. We have a right to ask for a second opinion when there is life to be saved, because the patient, the one on the surgical bed, life matters. So after saving your life, you can't sue us. If you go back there, we will explain. Of course, lawyers are not doctors. It will be medical terms all there. You get it?
Yeah.
Except maybe you find a lawyer who is a doctor. So that part I'm giving you a typical example. A wife is going to deliver. The labor period prolonged, and then, bleed. And at the end of the day, we decided to do CS, cesarean section.
Yeah.
We opened the baby or the womb, realized that the uterine is ruptured. Rupture of a uterus. Are you going to keep it?
No.
You have to remove it. So that's one decision of the husband. If you're going to leave this, your wife is going to bleed and bleed and bleed and die off. We can't repair at that time because we didn't prepare for that. Okay. And it may not be repairable. So we have to remove.
Doc, do you do abortion? D&C. You do that?
No.
You don't do D&C?
In Ghana, we have specific areas where they do that.
But you don't do that?
No.
Can you do that?
Oh, simple. Those are simple procedures. They are not even operation, they are procedures, but we don't entertain it. Most doctors don't entertain this kind of things.
But I know sometimes because of health implications you need to.
That is it. So if there is a health implication, the midwifery department is there to advise.
Doc, which of the hospitals are you coming from?
Now I'm at People's Medical Center.
Okay, so People's Medical Center. Where is it located?
Spintex.
Okay, so when a girl of 19 years walks into your facility, People's Medical Center, Doc, the person, your nurses takes the person's vitals, then they prepare the person for you. The person walks in. Doc, please, I'm pregnant. I want to abort this baby. Will Dr. Henry do that?
My doctors have avoided. I've always.
They come.
We reject all those type of.
Do they come?
They do come. A lot of such cases. Yes. For now we don't do that in our hospital.
Okay.
These cases must be referred to. Government places, of course, so that the cases, because of this medical legal issues. We always have to be very safe.
Okay.
But you wouldn't want your counsel to always come and defend you. So you have to protect yourself. Because some of these cases, you don't know how it's going to be after. They are simple procedures. You may think it's money, but complications. There are big areas, that is the big hospitals.
So they should go elsewhere.
Government places. Yeah, government places.